Hey everyone, just gonna share a bit of my process because I've been reading some books, well, listening to the books. I do plan to read them because I do like reading paper books. Um, but for now, I'm just drawing and listening to a book called Steal Like an Artist, which is quite interesting. Not sure I agree with everything, but it's okay. What I do quite like is that he mentions to put the things on the interwebs. I'm not really a fan of that so much. In fact, I don't like putting myself out there, but sometimes you just got to do the things. And I just realized, oh, great. You cannot actually see what I'm drawing on right now. Maybe that's a bit better. Oh, this is a interesting artwork that was made by a friend of mine, Marizon. It's resin with a dragonfly in. Huh. I've also drawn it a few times, and a few other people have drawn it, and it's kind of become a traveling artwork actually. Um, some people borrow it for a while or lend it for a while, and gosh, well, yeah, you know what I mean, and then they bring it back, and yeah, it's quite interesting. I actually once it was quite cool. We had no electricity, and I decided to shine a light from underneath with it on, put it on top, and then I took photos of that. That was turned out really beautiful. Yep. But right now, I'm just going to talk about struggles of white. Um, this is the last piece of soft white that I have left. I have this big piece of white, but it's hard. So when I press, it actually pushes the other. So let me just explain. I'm busy doing well pastel, which I've done a few times, but um, you'll sometimes find that these white pastels are just hard. I don't know if they're old or they're different brand because there might be a different brand. I'm not sure because this is my well pastel box. Um, they're not all the same, and they come from different batches. So I'm not really sure, but we do what we can. Oh wait, here's another piece, but this piece is just one of the hard ones. Isn't really doing what I want. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do right now is it's quite a difficult thing I've been trying to draw here. Um, it's a cap that someone is wearing, and it got a lot of patterns on it. And so usually when I work from dark to light, especially with pastels, because then you can very subtly put the light over the dark colors, and the dark will sort of resonate through the artwork. But in this case, the cap is so detailed and so it has so many lines in black and dark purple, and I don't usually use black, or I try to avoid it because it can really draw the eye to focus on black entirely. So here, this one, I did another artwork when I was very young, and I sharpened all of them and did like a pointillism piece. I will find it. Um, actually, I gave it to my grandmother. She's got it right now. I forgot about that. And so I sharpened this one, which is quite nice. You can actually just get some more detail in here. But yes, let's see how we're going to get these patterns in here. And then, of course, some of, because of the light, this was as I'm working from a reference photo, and it was taken from outside in extremely bright light. And so this part I'm not too worried about because the detail here is not too. tense. But what I have noticed is that when you do work with a dark color on top of the light color, I try as best as possible not to smudge. Um, Smudging can be highly beneficial, but now obviously I've had to smudge this dark color on top of this. I've done it quite thick. Um, it would just all turn out grey or brown, and it's not really what I want. And then I've got to get this dark line around there. So yeah, sometimes I find it helpful to just roll it on the corner of the pastel to get a thin line, and then instead of pushing it, it sometimes helps, sometimes it really doesn't. And then what you've got to do is see now, I've now gone onto the blue, and I just push it back, try hide my mistakes. Uh, 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 Wonderful, oh lovely. This is not. Let's just try and work this back. This is the problem when you're trying to focus on what you're doing and talk at the same time. See, I'm going with the finger now to try merge everything. Maybe this hard. Oh, the hard one actually works. It sort of rubs everything away. Oh, wonderful. Okay. There we go. Now I've smudged everywhere on this. Oh no. I suppose this happens sometimes when we just. Now you see, now I've really. Okay, ignore. Just leave. Focus on what I need to do. Let's get back. So I'm not looking at the phone now because that really caused a situation. This pattern. What kind of? It's an interesting pattern. Oh, you see the dark in the middle part is not actually black. It's like it's got shadows in this pattern. How do I do this? And also these things are quite thick, so you've really. Why do I do this to myself sometimes? I don't know actually. Just gotta focus on getting it. I do like that quite thick piece of. Do not have enough. Oh, see, here's this purple. It might make the phone fall. Just give me a second. Okay, so now I've got to try blend that very dark edge with some nice purple. There we go. Okay, there we go. Finally, get back on track. Yeah, I've had to learn as well to really focus on my posture while drawing because I've had some serious problems with my back, and I've been really focusing on my posture because it has been affecting how I do my work, and I've got to take quite a few breaks to stand up. I have seen something quite interesting where someone just put a like a I think it was just a sheet of aluminium on the wall, and then they used magnets to hold up their drawings, and that seemed quite effective. An effective way to stand and draw, which I do find quite beneficial. I do have an easel, but I just need to get a board big enough because I'm working on quite a large artwork. Yeah. Okay, maybe just a little bit less talking and more focusing here. I can't even remember why I started this now. Oh yes, I was talking about the book. Okay, there we go. So, if you ever do come to South Africa, one of the places I highly recommend going to, it's so beautiful, and it's actually not too far from Cape Town, which is quite a popular holiday destination for a lot of people. It's along the west coast of South Africa, and it's called. It's actually called the West Coast National Park. I forgot about that. It's so beautiful, and this is actually where this photo was taken. We decided to go on a hike that day. Um, and one thing you've got to realize is that on that side of the country, it's a lot of fynbos, or what we call fynbos, and there's not a lot of big trees. Actually, I don't remember seeing a single tree that day, and it's a lot of sort of like shrubbery. And the person I'm drawing here actually got sunstroke after this hike because also the hike said only a few. We ended up walking for 7 hours, but so beautiful. And then managed to, I think halfway you sort of you got to the beach and we got to swim. It was so beautiful. There was literally nothing there except for nature. It was really beautiful. I saw quite a few tortoises that day. It was quite a beautiful place, quite close to Longabon. And yeah, I highly recommend going there. Um, yep. So, oh yes, I do actually want to talk a bit more about this artwork as well, because my entire way of working has changed, and I feel maybe I should share it. Really, really like sharing every single damn thing, but I think this one's important. The reason is I started this artwork for a competition in South Africa called the Sanlam Portrait Award, and life really just got extremely busy, and I've been trying to enter this competition. Oh gosh, I don't know, since 2016. And what makes it even more challenging is that it's only every second year, I believe. And on top of that is as soon as someone attributes the word competition to art, I don't know. I seem to choke. Um, yeah. But besides that, I have totally found that you you're making art to please others, to win a competition is just totally ridiculous. Also, attributing any kind of price to an artwork, I find difficult because a lot of my work is quite personal, and yeah, so it has been a challenge. But recently, I've just sort of decided to just throw it out into the universe, see what happens, and just carry on. So the competition deadline has completely passed, and I missed that opportunity. But it was just, yeah, it was a difficult time. I had a lot of things going on. So that also doesn't mean I have to just drop it and not complete it, because that would also just be totally ridiculous, because I think it's really beautiful and I'd like to see it finished. And why not just use it then for something else? Um, Surely that would make a lot of sense. And I'm actually being very naughty now because I'm supposed to be working with some sort of thing under my hand here. Um, I'll just tear this up quickly. And yeah, let's put this. This is some material not recently, a long time ago. I got some, and where is that? Well, I cut up a whole bunch of thread, tiny pieces, and I was placing them on here into a face. All these tiny little threads. Yeah, it was quite an interesting project. Just to play around and see what would happen. But yes, let me just continue here. Okay, so I think I'm going to pause the video here and then I will continue it later on. Maybe you'll be able to see something more interesting. Oh gosh! I started this whole video. Sorry, because I wanted to talk about how sometimes you can really sort of down here you can rub the oil pastel, and get this really nice smooth effect. Whereas here I applied it on extremely thick, and you just press it on and sort of get it to look that effect. And also this artwork I had when I started, I had sort of really worked hard on getting a grid system in place and really focusing on getting it to look exactly as it should. Right now, I'm not showing you everything because you'll have to wait and see. Okay, bye.